Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel Leather and Willow with Dr. Siddhartha, Raju and myself Aashrit. We've been reviewing some of the teams in the IPL and today we are going to go in and review the Delhi Capitals of this season. So let's get into the questions very quickly without wasting any time. So Sid, what do you think is the strength of the Delhi Capitals this season?
I have absolutely no doubts in saying that the strength of the Delhi Capital is the core Indian players that they have. They have some of the most exciting and some of the best T20 players that India has. They have Prithvi Shaw, they have Shikhar Dhawan, they have Shreyas Iyer, they have Ravichandran Ashwin, which is a great addition to their team this year. They have Rishabh Pant and they have Ajinkya Rahane. So that's like 6 solid Indian players that the Delhi Capitals has to start off with.
Let's see how they fare. Of course, there's always two sides to a coin. What are the weaknesses of the Delhi Capitals this season?
Okay, I think that they have too many batsmen to choose from in the top order. Now, if you remember, I named Prithvi Shaw, Dhawan, Shreyas Iyer, Rishabh Pant, Ajinkya Rahane. Apart from that, they also have Jason Roy. They also have bought Shimron Hetmeyer, and they have Marcus Stoinis as well. So that's a lot of players to choose from to find your best batting order. And it will be very difficult to leave any of these batsmen out, if you ask me. And another disadvantage that I find in their squad is that they have too few quality Indian bowlers. Now, I know I mentioned Ravichandran Ashwin, but on the other hand, the other bowlers, the Indian bowlers that they have are Ishant Sharma, not exactly specialist T20. They have Mohit Sharma, they have Akshar Patel, they have Amit Mishra and they have Harshal Patel. So probably a little bit weak on the Indian bowling front.
Okay. And before I go on to the next question, let me just show you the squads of the Delhi Capitals this season.
Sure.
And just to let you know, there's something very funny with the Delhi Capitals. They haven't even updated their website. The squad doesn't show up. The squad page doesn't open. So I had to get it from IPLT20.com. That's why you see the stats of the matches and all of that. A lot of people don't even have faces because they're coming in new into the team. As you can see, they have a good Indian lineup, like you said already. And this is all their team. They don't have too many people to choose from. So they're going to have to be very careful with the team selection this year. And now that we've seen the squad, just had a look at it. I don't want to bore you with the squad. Now that you had a look at the squad, let me ask you, who do you think is going to be the domestic star in the making this season?
I would go with Prithvi Shaw. I know that we've already seen a little bit of Prithvi Shaw, a fair bit of Prithvi Shaw. We know what kind of damage he's capable of. He will also be fighting hard for his place in the team because of the given Indian opening options, or even the opening options. They have Jason Roy, they have Dhawan, they have Rahane. So that's 3. I don't think Rahane would probably play. He usually plays right at the top of the order. So that's already 3 proper openers that you have, and then there is Prithvi Shaw. So every opportunity that he gets, he has to make the most of it and keep his place because there are so many other options that the team has. And I don't see him fitting in the middle order because you have Shreyas Iyer, you have Shimron Hetmeyer, you have Rishabh Pant, and you have Marcus Stoinis. So he has to play at the top of the order, and there are so many options that they have. He is the domestic star that I would like to see flourish in this particular season of IPL.
Okay. One more thing we hear when we talk about the Delhi Capitals is that, they're a very young team. They're set for the future. Talking about their age, who is the youngest player in their squad this season?
Prithvi Shaw.
Okay. And looking at the other end of the spectrum, who's the oldest player in the team that they have this year?
Amit Mishra is the oldest player of the squad.
Okay.
It would be surprising if I see him play because they have Ashwin, they have Akshar Patel, and they have, I think they have Sandeep Lamichhane as well. So I don't know if Amit Mishra is going to find himself in the playing 11 very often.
Okay. Now, if you say that Amit Mishra is not going to make it to the playing 11, we had spoken about the aged horse in the teams before. Who is going to be Delhi's aged horse who can add on with a lot of experience?
He only has a lot of experience. I don't know if he has. I think his better days are behind him. My aged horse from the Delhi squad is Mohit Sharma. Very surprising that they have picked him. But because again they have a lot of fast bowling options. They have Kagiso Rabada, they have Ishan Sharma. Not sure if Mohit Sharma is going to play. Of course, I would love to be proven wrong, but my aged horse candidate from this squad is Mohit Sharma.
Okay, thanks for that. Who's going to be your wild card player that you want to see this season?
Because of the nature of the wickets in UAE, we're expecting spin to play a big part. I think Sandeep Lamichhane is my wildcard player from Delhi.
Okay, we have seen a lot of Sandeep Lamichhane, especially in the IPL. If I can ask you, I want to know two players, one of whom is a completely new, unheard player, and the second one is one that we fancy a lot, the drinks boy of the team. Who do you think are going to be these two people?
The two names, they can go in either of these two categories. They can go in the unseen category, they can go to the drinks boy category. I think Lalit Yadav is an unheard, unseen member of the squad. And there is a Tushar Deshpande. Again, not much that you find online about him. He's not really set the domestic teams on fire. So these are the two players for our favorite categories.
Let's hope we get to see them during the drink spec, as long as they don't load us with ads this time. We always talk about Delhi only from the Indian point of view. Who do you think is going to be their four foreigners that are going to take the field?
Because they have such strong Indian players, I think they will pick Hetmeyer to add a lot of fire to the middle order. Rabada obviously is one of the best quicks in the business. His death bowling skills is something that will be very useful to Delhi. Sandeep Lamichhane, like I said, because of the nature of the wickets, they will have a very good leg spinner. Because Ashwin being the off spinner, they will offset that with a spinner in Lamichhane. And I think for the fourth foreigner, it's probably Marcus Stoinis, because he's a quality all-rounder, a gun fielder in the outfield, a big hitting batsman, and he had a good big bash, a decent big bash in the last edition. So it would be Hetmeyer, Rabada, Stoinis, and Lamichhane.
Perfect. Let's see how they fare. And the last question before we wrap up, as always, who is going to be the player with the maximum impact this season?
I would go with Ravichandran Ashwin, because ever since he left CSK, this is probably the best squad that he can play with, because there are quite a few good bowlers who will bowl with him, alongside him in tandem, and he has a great set of batsmen to back all his bowling efforts. It's a very, very strong outfit. Delhi Capitals have done a great job, and they picked a very balanced team, if you ask me.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Let's see if Ashwin does have such an impact. One thing I'm sure he's going to have an impact with is with Ricky Ponting. We've already spoken about that.
Yes.
But otherwise, thank you so much. It was very nice talking to you about the Delhi Capitals. So let's meet again for the next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.